Hello my dear friends, I hope you guys are doing great. In today's video, let's talk about books. I meant to, when I first started this channel, I meant to write more book reviews and recommendations for you guys, but lately I've been quite caught up with reading books that are about treatment guidelines, and I don't think you guys need that because if you're not in the field of psychology, those are not very helpful or interesting, maybe not interesting, I'm assuming, a book to listen to or read. But at the same time, there were some books that I revisited them, and I thought to share one of them with you in today's video and also share them in the future videos as well. The one that I revisited is called Attached, and this is a book that I read it once and then I listened to it through an app thanks to technology lately, and I thought this might be helpful for you guys to read. And the book is about attachment, and I'm going to assume you know what attachment is. If I make it very overly simplified, it's a connection and bonding you share with your primary caregiver. And in this case, let's assume that primary caregiver is mother, and therefore whatever relationship you shared as a child and baby, young person, then that kind of pattern, according to this book, is going to be present in your romantic relationship. And that's quite interesting and probably fascinating to read. But first of all, let me share the author's name because I tend to forget author's name all the time. This is not very helpful. So the book's name is Attached. It's written by Amir Levine and Rachel F. Heller. The author suggests that, again, whatever attachment pattern you've had with your parent, it's going to be something that maybe more likely, maybe not 100% determined, but more likely to be repeated in your romantic relationship. And I think the concern in terms of attachment perspective is more towards anxious attachment style and avoidant attachment style. Again, I'm going to overly simplify because for the sake of these videos that I make for 3 minutes, an anxious attachment style, as the name suggests, they tend to have more of they need their partner's company maybe most of the time, and they get anxious when they're apart. And the avoidant is that they always have to have a distance and they have to keep themselves away from their partner, and they feel very overwhelmed if they have a lot of time together. So again, this is overly simplified way. You can probably read in more detail in this book. So these are the two attachment styles that creates a little bit of a problem within romantic relationship. Now, when we're children, these kind of behaviors are adaptive because they allow us to compensate for certain needs we have that environment does not provide. So therefore we on our end try to have those needs met by developing these kind of styles, attachment styles. However, as you know, it's problematic in romantic relationship. There's also secure attachment style, which is probably most helpful one. And if you're having that one in your romantic relationship, then maybe this book is not for you, or maybe this is for you just to validate that if you have had secure attachment style, then you can celebrate that you're doing that in your romantic relationship as well. So going back to avoidant attachment and anxious attachment style, one thing that I often share in therapy sessions with clients that I would like to kind of give credit to parents in terms of what kind of context that they are coming in. I don't know if I would call it credit, but anyways, let's, for sake of lack of better word, I'm going to call it credit, so that they have different contexts that they are dealing with. For example, mom's depression would be one context that they're dealing with, or if you're going through pandemic, which is right now, then that would be affecting your parenting style. Another one would be a famine, job loss, war, and many other reasons that would be affecting a parent's ability to meet all their children's needs. Therefore, we can kind of say that, okay, as a human being, I can understand. However, that type of understanding is that I'm not going to grab the phone and call my mother for the failure that she's had. Instead, I would like to notice if I do have a pattern of attachment style that is problematic, that either I get very anxious when I'm not close to my partner and I tend to ask them questions and will ask them to come home early, or I will need to be with them all the time, or the avoidant attachment style that I get really overwhelmed if I spend, 2-3 days together and I feel like I need to have me time. Now, this is not for those of people who both partners agree say that this is okay in the relationship. They themselves feel that this is okay to have in relationship, because I'm not saying sometimes having solitude is problematic. What I'm saying is that it's a pattern that has been happening across time, and it's creating problem in your relationship or multiple relationship, and you've been wondering for quite a while that what's going on, and therefore maybe this book can help you to first of all know it, and then second of all to develop certain skills that can help you to maybe I don't know if that's modify that pattern that seems to exist. Anyways, I hope this helps, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a great day.